She learned to fear money long before she ever earned a dollar, and the day she realized that fear was running her entire life, everything changed. Her name is Alina, 29, born in Phoenix, the oldest of 3. Growing up, she heard the same sound every night. Her parents whispering in the kitchen, voices low, counting bills under the glow of a single light. She learned early that money was something you tiptoe around, something that determined whether the fridge stayed full or the lights stayed on. By the time she was 9, she knew how to stretch leftovers. By 12, she knew how to pretend she was not hungry when there was not enough. As an adult, she carried those memories like invisible weights. She saved everything, spent nothing, avoided risks. She stayed in jobs she hated because she believed losing a paycheck meant losing safety. Every financial decision felt like stepping over thin ice. For a lot of people in the United States, especially those raised in paycheck-to-paycheck homes, this story feels familiar. The fear, the scarcity, the feeling that one wrong move could pull you back into the struggle you promised yourself you would never repeat. For Alina, the stakes were high. Her entire future was shaped by a past she never chose. The breaking point came the night her car broke down on the way home from work. Smoke rising from the hood, traffic piling behind her, panic climbing her throat. The repair bill was more than she made in a week. She sat on the curb with her head in her hands, unable to breathe. Old memories flooded in. The fights, the past due notices. Her mother crying quietly at the kitchen table. She felt like she had failed. Like no matter how hard she worked, she would never outrun the fear that had chased her since childhood. In that moment, she realized she was not afraid of money. She was afraid of becoming poor again. A few days later, she visited her parents. They were older now, softer, tired. She watched her mother fold laundry and asked her the question she had never asked. Why did we struggle so much? Her mother paused. Then she said something that rewired Alina's mind. We did not fail. We were never taught how to rise. Those words sank deep. For the first time, Alina wondered if the problem was not her. Maybe she had inherited fear that was never hers to keep. That night, she sat in her childhood room and stared at the cracked ceiling she once fell asleep under. Then, she made a quiet promise. She would learn the things no one taught her. She would rebuild the story she grew up with. She would break the cycle. She started small, one financial book at a time, one habit at a time. She tracked every dollar, not out of fear, but out of clarity. She learned about emergency funds, credit scores, investing basics, and the difference between surviving and building. She took online courses at night after work. She listened to podcasts on her morning commute. She rewired her mindset, piece by piece. Within months, she saved her first $1,000 without feeling panic. She fixed her credit. She created a financial plan that made sense for her life, not her fear. She also started a small freelance design business. Nothing flashy, just work she loved. She reinvested every dollar back into building her skills. By the end of the year, her side income matched her main job. Not through luck, not through sudden success, through quiet discipline and a mindset she built from the ground up. For the first time in her life, money felt like a tool, not a threat. Alina learned something many people never hear. You do not have to inherit your family's fear. You can rise without repeating the story you were born into. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is look at your past, understand it, and decide it will not decide your future. And if you think breaking one cycle is powerful, wait until you hear about the person who rebuilt their entire life after losing everything they worked for. The truth behind their rise will stay with you.
Tonight's journey reminded us that breakthroughs often hide behind decisions that scare us, stretch us, or make us question our own sanity. If this story gave you clarity, a smile, or a spark of motivation, tap like so more people get stories that remind them their comeback is still possible. Share this with someone standing at a crossroads. Subscribe if you want more narratives that fuel your grind, your faith, and your growth. So until the next story, stay hungry, stay grounded, stay relentless, And always remember our 4 guiding words: hustle, hope, heart, rise. That's the identity. That's the community. That's the journey. See you in the next narrative.